Fuck, that's bright. It's now 6 in the morning. Been up since 3, about 4 hours of sleep. Still scared out of my mind. It's bright. But gotta do it. It's because I'm afraid that I have to do it. All right. So, I have been through a lot in this past year, and I wanted to share a story because if it has the chance to inspire anybody else and help them in their stories, then that's what I'm going for. I felt like I've learned a lot to feel way better about life, and I want other people to feel the same way. I think that'd be really cool. So anyway, here's the story. Going back to the beginning of the pandemic, I was in a weird place where I wanted to just kind of befriend people online and make new friends. I was trying through YouTube as well, doing a little bit of that, playing a lot of Rec Room and VR and VR chat sometimes, and just trying to talk to random people. Met some cool people. Some last, some don't. It's fine. It's life, you know. Still had good laughs, regardless, either or. But one day I went on Overwatch. I was on Havana, Unana, and I was playing Orisa. And I remember we were pushing cart because it was an archives mission where they were getting achievements. I used the Orisa emote, the halt emote, and they thought it was funny. They let me join them for a little bit, do a little bit more achievements, and one thing led to another, and they gave me their Discord, and I joined. That's happened before, but in the past when that's happened, I would just join them, and I would just play maybe 3 times tops and never play again and never talk to them again. But this time, being in that weird place that I was where I wanted to meet new people and get out of my comfort zone a little bit, I decided that I would keep going to the Discord. And a little bit of time passed, and then started learning about them, and they started learning about me, and talked to them every day. We told each other life stories, and we've been through a lot of good times and a lot of bad times. And fast forward over a year later, I decided to meet them. And it took a long time to finally meet them because I'm an American, they're Canadian. The borders were closed for a very long time. But anyway, yeah, like I said, we talked every single day for over a year. Been through a lot of shit. The borders finally opened, and I decided to go, which was, for me, a huge deal because it's the first time I met people online, the first time I've ever been on a plane, the first time I've ever been out of the country, and the first time I've ever traveled by myself. It was a blast. I mean, it wasn't easy, but it was definitely worth it. I remember when I got to the airport, or on the way there, I was so much second guessing, thinking, oh, I should probably just stay. It's going to suck. So nervous, you know. I made myself go, though, because all my life I've been playing it safe. And although that's helped me in the past when I was younger, it's really hindering my growth now that I'm older. And I hate to say it, but if I'm being completely honest and open with myself here, I am 26. I do not have a job. I am single, and I still live at home. And I have been that way for quite a while. But that's okay. But like, if somebody like me can do something like this, then you should really ask yourself, if you're in the same boat, what's stopping you? Because if, like I said, if a loser like me can do it, I'm sure you can too. I went out there to meet them, but also I made it a goal to get out of my comfort zone and face a lot of my fears that I've had, just to pretty much grow as a person. I figured this was the perfect opportunity, doing a lot of things for the first time. So I want to kind of do all that together. And it was great because I would have been able to see everybody that I've been talking to for over a year. Like I said, fast forward to the airport. I was getting my plane tickets. I was shaking like a leaf. I felt so embarrassed. I really hope people didn't notice, but if they did, not much I can do about it. Very, very nervous. Flying I thought I would hate more because I'm afraid of heights, but flying is so relaxing. It is so much better than driving anywhere, and I'm for sure am going to be flying places now that I've had this experience. Yeah, the plane ride wasn't bad. Getting there wasn't bad. Pretty much from the time I left the airport through 2 planes, because I had to go to an international airport first, and then I had to fly domestically to my actual location. I was fine until we started to land. And that's when all my anxiety came back, because, it's happening. It's going to be real. I'm actually going to meet these people in the next, 2 minutes. And it was pretty scary, I'm not going to lie. And why is it scary? Because I haven't opened up to people in so long. I've been isolated. I've been alone. I'm so used to being alone ever since I was a kid, And I've always kept people at a distance, pretty much as acquaintances, just to keep myself safe. I pretty much built up a wall around myself, and just the thought of letting that down after so many years and tearing it down is terrifying, because you can get hurt. But it's life, I guess. It's scary. But yeah, I met them after I landed. Still shaking, embarrassingly enough, but I stayed there for about 2 weeks. And although there were some pretty bad moments, there were also very good moments, and the good outweighs the bad. And I would, if I had a chance to do this all again, I would never take any of it back, even with the bad things that happened. Because at the end of the day, it's life experience. And that's priceless. The fact that you grow and are forced to change, it's amazing. Just seeing a different place and meeting different people with different thoughts, different ideas, different lifestyles. It's great, and it beats the life that I've been living, where I just kind of have had a very closed mind and felt that everything was permanent and everything was fixed and there's no getting better and there's no future really, and just stay in this little area and work until I die. But now that I've seen more of the world, I know there's so much more to it, and it really, to be honest, it helped me live again. It put a spark back in my eyes, and it let me learn to dream again, which is why I'm doing this. Because I want to share that with other people, because that's part of my dream. Is I want to make a difference, and I want to inspire people and help people, and to do whatever I can to make the world a better place. I genuinely want to help, and I hope this somehow does. But anyway, I met everybody, was shaking, done a lot of other things, faced a lot of other fears with them. I hate swimming in open water. I can swim, but I can't tread water. So if I stop moving, I die. But I swam in open water, hate heights, but I went rock climbing and zip lining, and that was a fucking blast, and I'd do it again in a heartbeat. I hate spiders, but I played with a baby spider, and honestly, it was a lot of fun. Well, maybe not a lot of fun, but it was kind of fun. I'm not gonna lie. Spiders really aren't that bad. I'm sure, like a bigger spider, I'd still be a fucking wuss, but the smaller ones aren't that bad. Yeah, and then, like I said, I faced my fear of opening up to people, and it's literally changed my life. I was always so guarded. I felt like even now, I kind of struggle, if I'm being honest, about getting compliments. I always feel like people are lying, and they're just saying it to be nice, and that there's no reason for me to get compliments, because I always felt like I was just a regular person. But thankfully, through therapy and all this other stuff, I'm slowly learning that being nice isn't a bad thing, because there's a lot of shitty people in the world, and being nice is actually a good thing. Albeit it does unfortunately get a bad rap. It does get walked on. It does get disrespected. Unfortunately, that is how it is. But that doesn't change the fact that it's a good thing. And that it is a strength. Yeah, I remember, like I said, I've been so isolated and I never really had too many close friends. And when I tried, we just had different interests and never really clicked. One thing I remember was during this trip, one thing that really stuck out to me was when we went landing, which is the first time I ever landed in I don't even know how long. I'm playing Mario Kart, and I just remember, and we were all having fun talking about the game, and I just remember thinking to myself that, wow, these people are nerds just like me, and they're not afraid to show it. That really hit me hard because I'm just so used to not having that kind of connection with anybody. It's always all your, like, technology. Oh, you're wasting your life. You're such a nerd. You're a loser. Blah, 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 blah. It's nice to have people that feel the same way, you know? Like, I get it. There's obviously limitations to everything. You can obviously like it too much, just like with anything else in the world. But just the simple fact that other people can like it and are cool with you liking it too is really nice. It really is. I finally felt like I had a place to finally belong. The way they treated me and the way we shared certain values. And it was hard sleeping some nights over there because I felt like I finally found a place to call home. But I couldn't stay. And that was pretty hard for me. Took me a while. But over time, I learned to just accept the fact that life is what it is, good or bad, whether we stay friends forever or if it ends tomorrow. I just need to remember that I gotta live in the present and enjoy what I have now. Because life is fleeting. You never know who's going to be here tomorrow or the next day. And anybody could go at any time. You gotta really appreciate what you have while you have it. And if people go, they go. As much as it sucks, you don't have control over it. What you do have control over is how you react to it, though. So as long as you accept the fact that life is the way it is and just learn and take in the life experience that you get from just living and being around people that you are at that time, it's all worth it. Win, lose, or draw, good or bad, it's always worth it in the end because you will grow into a better person and you will always find another adventure to take. But I'm so glad I went. I'm so glad I opened up even though it was hard and it hurt. Kitty. Like, just doing things on your own like that, you just feel so grown up. Just facing the unknown, it just does something to you that unless you've done it, you just can't even fathom unless you do it. Like, it's just so unique and inspiring. It's great. It fuels you. At least for me, I mean, it made me feel alive again. And it helped me learn how to dream, and it put a spark back in my eyes. I always thought that everything was final, but not anymore. I used to think life was black and white. It's anything but. It is fucking gray as shit. Kitty. Okay. Intermission? If there's anything that you're afraid of, that you really want to do, that you're just afraid, and you're looking for permission, this is your permission. Do it, because it is very worth it. It's going to be uncomfortable. It never will stop being uncomfortable, but you'll be so glad you did it, and it's going to be a blast. It's much better to try and fail than to never try and wonder what if. Because even if you fail, you're not a loser, because you learn and grow so much more when you fail than you do when you succeed. And if you don't fail and you succeed, well, guess what? You succeeded. There's no way you could lose if you chase your dreams and just at least give it a shot. And if you want to live a normal, regular life, that's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. Some people like that. It's not for me. I want to do something a little extra. And for those of you that do too and are afraid, please trust me and just do it. It is ungodly worth it. Like, I am a completely different person from before I left to when I got back, which leads me to another fear that I'm getting over right now, actually. 2 of them. One is putting myself out there to the world. Here I am. The second one is I've been having trouble recording this fucking thing over and over again. And the negative part of my brain wants to say, hey, that's a sign that you shouldn't do this. But I'm going to swallow my fear and do it anyway. Because it's okay to be afraid. As long as you have courage to keep going. So if I have one thing to say out of all of this, it's to live life courageously. But if you have any fears or any dreams you want to go but you're too afraid, or any stories about your own experience getting out of your comfort zone or anything like that, please let me know in the comments. I'd love to read them. I'd love to share stories. I think that'd be great. I was filled with so much positivity from that trip. I have to give it away. I have to share it. So yeah, if you have any stories, please let me hear them. I'd love to read them. That'd be great. And like I said, if you're afraid to do anything, be afraid. It's okay. Be afraid. Accept the fact that you're afraid. Be okay with the fact that you are afraid. But do it anyway. It could literally change your life. And that's coming from a loser like me, who hopefully soon will not be a loser anymore. And it's all because I went out of my comfort zone. And as cliche as it sounds, life really does begin outside of your comfort zone. I want to share a quote, actually, that I found on YouTube not too long ago, and it's a really good one. Sometimes when you're in a dark place, you think you've been buried, but you've actually been planted. You learn a lot more from the downfalls of life than the updrafts. But if you look at life in a certain way, from a certain perspective, it'll always be beautiful and always be worth it. So if there's something you want to do in life, please, 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 please take it from this 26-year-old who wish he would have done it earlier in his life to do it now. And don't wait, because nobody knows how long they're here for. And to get what you want out of life is so worth it. It's worth more than anything. Whatever makes you happy, do it. Not sure how I'm going to do this yet, but I guess one thing I do want to say is keep me frozen in time while the ones I love keep moving. Best decision of my life, for sure. Kitty. Sometimes I wanna be on my own, but I don't wanna die alone. If it weren't for your love, then I'd be gone by the morning. Ooh, hold on, honey. Someday's gonna be one day soon. They promised. Yo, bros. One thing that's super fucking weird after coming back is everything looks weird. Like, this room doesn't even look like I remember it. I don't know what that means. Hey, Kitty, welcome back. I should have taken a video of you. I'm sorry. I missed your reunion. Kinda sucks, huh? Should have saved it. No, brush your fur. Heard that. You look good. Shit, kitty. I guess the only thing left is to ask, what's next, and I don't know. I really don't. The only thing I do know is that it's time for me to go on an adventure and just start living and see where life takes me. Pretty exciting, huh?
day, gonna be one day soon.